Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Moltrap. I'm here with Cholera. Diggity is at BlizzCon or thereabouts right now, so as we're recording this game, he is not going to be doing this with us, but we're going to be doing a nice little dual commentary on Game 2 of BeSt versus Midas. And this is the round of 8 of the Incruit OSL of 2008, and I'm looking forward to this game. It should be interesting. It's going to be on Plasma, and Midas, he's got some work ahead of him. Terrans have been doing pretty well against Protoss on this map, but Midas got thoroughly trounced on their previous game I forgot the name of that map, but yeah, BeSt just completely outplayed him, so he's going to have a little catching up to do, I think, if he's going to take BeSt out in this game.
Yeah, on Chipong Ryong in Game 1, BeSt really, I mean, if you guys just watched it, coming from that, just really demonstrated how to play Protoss versus Terran in the late game, just flanking over and over again. Midas is well set up, contained in the middle of the map, actually. He had a really strong forward position, covered with bunkers, mines, turrets, and then BeSt somehow managed to get around it over and over again and just destroy Midas piece by piece. So really, this map, though, I have to say, it definitely favors Terran against Protoss. In fact, I have not seen a pro game. I think I've seen one pro game where a failed cheese occurred and the Protoss won. I think that was actually in the round of 16. It might have been Fantasy versus or someone versus Stork or something like that. But yeah, I've seen one Protoss win against Terran, but in general, though, the Terran build is to go for a two-factory push and just push into the Protoss, but looks like actually BeSt stealing the gas of Midas. That might put a little bit of a crimp in his plans. I think that was actually a very smart move there, because obviously you can't go for any kind of low-tech rush on this map, with the lurker eggs there, and this might make it a little bit safer for BeSt to go 14 Nexus. Now, Protoss have lost every single time I've seen them do 14 Nexus on this map, and yet they persist in doing it for a lot of, I guess it, oh, and a Manor pylon there, ouch, catching, looks like one SCV, blocking off two patches there, so nice work there by BeSt, doing some early damage here onto to Midas' economy. Now, this is actually a good move, I think, because Midas is going for, if he goes for a rush build, he's going to need as much resources as he can, whereas BeSt can recoup the losses from that Manor pylon and from the forward assimilator, the gas steel, because he's gone for 14 Nexus. He's going to have a very strong economy, so it doesn't matter if it's weakened slightly by those little tricks that he's doing to Midas. It might slow his factory push down. That might make a huge difference in this game.
Yeah, that was, I think, a really good move. Just doing those little tiny harassments, they're not going to hurt Midas terribly, I guess, but they are going to, as you said, keep him from getting gas. They're going to basically make sure that he can't get through those lurker eggs for a long time, and that's going to enable him to really get his economy going before he's going to be in any danger of a counterattack. And so, actually, wow, so Midas forced to go for an early command center as well, though. Basically, by not having the gas, he's almost been kind of forced to do that, and so I mean, he doesn't have any gas, so he's got to use his minerals somehow. He's not going to go for a bunch of Marines or anything like that. It just wouldn't make sense. So it makes a lot of sense for him to go for that early command center. I think they're pointing out that he actually put it in. I think he put it in the spot with mineral only instead of the spot with the gas, which is a little bit interesting. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But finally getting that assimilator down, getting his gas going. He's got a few Marines out just to run around and really not accomplish too much here. I'm curious what Midas is going to do from here. He's got an... Okay, now he's trying to get a scout in on BeSt space. But I think he probably expects something along these lines of a fast expand on this map, considering what was going on. Whoa, actually, it looks like his plan might be to double expand, which might be catastrophic. He is double expanding. Another command center going down for Midas. Wow, so he's going to be in big trouble if BeSt comes out pretty early, but obviously if BeSt decides to sit in his base and tech up, then BeSt is going to be in trouble in the long term.
Well, I actually think if BeSt techs up to Reavers, Shuttle Reaver could be very, very powerful right now. Oh, this is the problem with Midas. He didn't take out that scouting probe. I thought for sure he would take out that scouting probe before planting down a third command center. Wow. So double expand from the Terran. We've seen this kind of craziness on Plasma, and generally the player who expands too much loses, and 14 nexus is I guess the fast build here compared to barracks into double command center, which is what Midas has done in effect. And actually it looks like BeSt is actually just going to go for more macro himself. He's going to pick up his natural there, his mineral-only natural. And I do expect him to put down that robotics facility if he hasn't already. Looks like Midas was putting down 2 factories. He's going to need some siege tanks to protect himself, and I think generally what BeSt should do, pretty much he's going to go robotics facility, and he's going to go for some kind of harass, most likely right now.
Yeah, we see the robotics facility down, and he's probably producing a shuttle and robotic support. Yeah, robotic support by going up right now. So that's what I was kind of expecting. He probably would have gotten observatory earlier if he was going to go for observers, but he had that scout in there. He knew exactly what was going on in Midas's base. He knew it was safe, and in fact, like you said, a pretty good move to go for some quicker Reavers. So it's going to be really tough for Midas to defend these Reavers because they are not far off right now. And BeSt in the meantime also looking to open up the area, try and get some forces down that direction as well. So I think Midas is going to be in trouble when these Reavers come. Okay, never mind, I didn't see his factories. He's got a couple factories down. He's got an engineering base, so he might be defended after all. I was kind of wondering what forces he was putting out since I only saw those Marines. In any case, so he might be able to defend this after all. He's got some turrets around, and that's going to serve him well. He needs to get a couple tanks out or something, though, pretty quick here. If he's going to be able to defend against the Reavers that are probably popping out right about now. There's the Reaver coming out now. He's going to load up some Zealots as well. And it looks like he's moved his Dragoons into the middle of the map as well. And they're going to circle around and, they're going to get right above that ridge.
Oh, my God.
And provide support from above. So that's a very, very interesting move there. I'm curious to see where BeSt is going to go with this. He's going to have to show off some micro here to avoid the turrets and what have you, I think. Okay, now he's going to ferry him down. He's ferrying his forces in. He's ferrying more forces in, so he's not just going to have the shuttle with Zealots, but he's also going to have a couple Dragoons to back up. And here he comes running in there. He sees the turrets now. He's going to have to back off. The shuttle almost goes down. The shuttle does get away, though, and siege mode is up, and that's going to scare BeSt away. He's going to lose those 2 Dragoons somewhat brutally, so I don't think he was counting on those turrets being there, and just completely getting sent packing with that Reaver. Not able to accomplish anything yet, so Midas may take the advantage after all.
Yeah, Midas with a very good turret defense here. I was going to say for a sec that Midas is going to be in trouble because he's so spread out, but it looks like he's actually got himself a lot of turrets everywhere, although it looks like BeSt has managed to create a little bit of a hole here. Shuttle with one more hit left. Looks like it will be able to get in, though, among the inside the sort of the wire here, getting among the on the inside where there are no turrets, past the turret wall. Looks like he actually is going to have to pull away, though, because the tanks were there, and I don't think that Reaver harass was successful at all. I would call that pretty much a dud there. So I think the ball could be in Midas's court here once he gets a couple more tanks. I think if he gets... Oh, my goodness! I don't know if this is a good idea at all, because he's seen the Reaver attack, and he hasn't seen BeSt do anything crazy like go for fast carriers or something. So obviously Midas is now going for deep 6 here almost. This is Medic Marines. He's got himself 5 barracks, so he's going to go all in Medic Marines here, and he's probably upgrading +1 armor for his Marines. That's going to make him much harder to kill from Dragoons. So this is going to be really, really fun to watch, and I don't think it was necessarily a good idea, but I'm sure Midas has practiced this before, but this is just so risky. So risky. I don't like the idea of Mole Trap. What do you think?
Well, I actually have to go check something real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry, go ahead without me.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Deep 6 is generally when you go... basically, you go Medic Marines, you go all Medic Marines against Protoss. So I guess it's not necessarily Deep 6 here, but certainly that Biomech timing push. And the problem is, though, I don't see necessarily a need for it, especially when the shuttles are out. I mean, Reavers are just so deadly to Medic Marine. Now, Midas is going to open up a path to the middle of the map there. BeSt still has no idea this is coming. Now, the reason why the Terran wants to go for this is because for a little bit of time, he is going to be more powerful going for Mech Marines than if you went for a standard mechanized build. Camera's going crazy here. If you went for a standard sort of Vulture Goliath push here. Looks like the Observers actually spotted the Medic Marine army. Two shuttles out here, though, and it looks like they managed to drop the Reaver before it looks like the Medic Marines did manage to pick it off. Looks like the Reaver is actually going to take out all the tanks here. Wow, this Medic Marine push completely failing to even get into the middle here, only at the loss of a couple of Dragoons, I think, and perhaps one shuttle. He's managed to take out half or more of Midas's tank force. So Midas down to 5 tanks here, and just a couple of Marines. Yeah, and anyway, Moltrap is back.
Yeah, sorry about that. My the cats were making a ton of noise, and I had to go see exactly what they were doing to make sure they weren't getting into too much trouble. So, but also, it sounded like someone was in the backyard, and so I wanted to make sure nothing was going on. But it's been a windy day here, so it's probably just the wind blowing the lawn furniture around or something like that. I'm just trying to catch back up with the game.
Watch out for a DT drop.
Yeah, I'm watching for a DT drop. I went and looked. There was no one in the backyard. I saw kind of a, you know, some movement, like there was something there, but, you know, I couldn't tell exactly what it was. And stop moving. Anyway, I'm trying to catch back up with what's going on here. It looks like BeSt pushing in for an attack here on this sort of a containment in the middle, and just way too many Zealots. Way too many Zealots. Usually you need those Medic Marines to just protect against the Zealots, but BeSt dropping all kinds of stuff. Oh, beautiful Scarab! That was the hero Scarab taking out that last group of Medic Marines and the tank, which enabled those Dragoons to wipe up, enabling BeSt to take that victory. And it looks like that was kind of a clinching, it may end up being a clinching blow for BeSt, because now he's not going to have to worry as much about his expansion on the right side of the map being threatened, whereas if Midas had won that battle pretty thoroughly, then he would be able to march right over there and destroy BeSt's expansion. So a critical victory there, I think, but Midas is not giving up the middle. He is trying to plant down a bunker. He's rallying all of his forces to the middle here. Wow, this is... I mean, Medic Marine with tanks can work really well until, I was going to say, until High Templar come out with Storm, and that's why he's probably setting up these bunkers, just trying to deal with that. It could work, actually. I think this could work theoretically, but it's going to take some good micro and unit placement and sort of things for it to really go down well.
Yeah, what Midas is trying to do is separate BeSt from being able to get to the right side, get to his 3 o'clock expansion, like you said, and it looks like he's got a ton of fire bats. That is rare. You do not see fire bats a lot in Terran versus Protoss, to say the least. Looks like a ton of speedlots getting in, though, among the bunkers. Oh, man, only one fire bat inside there. And this is going to be broken here by pure speedlots and Storm going off everywhere. Wow, I don't think Midas expected Storm to be coming out, because there's just no way you can hold with Storm over your Medic Marines and Reavers. It is just too hard. And wow, I think Midas, you know, when the Speed Shuttle harass, when the Reaver harass didn't work out, I thought Midas's best course of action was just to, you know, plant down a couple more factories, get your Spider Mine upgrades, get a couple of Goliaths too, because you know, you could see that BeSt was going to persist with his air there, with his shuttles, and really just play a standard game. I don't see why he decided to go for this very, very risky timing push here. And to pretty much my best knowledge here, it looks like it's completely failed. BeSt has definitely all the tech he needs to defeat Medic Marines now. And, you know, there's no way back here, basically, for Midas. I don't think he has just enough factories out there. So he's going to have to stick with his biomech build. And I just don't think it's going to work, Moltrap. I mean, it's sad to see Midas go out this way. He's been playing so well. But I don't see him possibly winning with this rather difficult to hold central position, and the fact that he hasn't managed to harass Midas at all. Finally getting a starport out, so this is just you know, very slow on the tech here.
Yeah, the Medic Marine tank push really, in order to work properly, it has to be kind of a mid-game surprise. And you know, you have to catch them, and even if they have Reavers are one of the banes of Medic Marines. But even if you come out early with Reavers, and they have Reavers, you can still manage it with the siege tanks covering, you know, the siege tanks in back, hitting the Reavers as soon as they pop up, and protecting the Medic Marines. If you can split, that sort of thing. But late game, when there's Storm and this many Speed Zealots coming in all over the bunkers, It is just not going to work. Oh my goodness, Zealots everywhere. Storm on the tanks, on the medic marines, forcing them back as well. And, it was a nice defense, I have to say. But I think at this point he's just getting overwhelmed. Just overwhelmed. Just too many forces. Only one tank left here. 2 tanks in the back. Just too many Dragoons and everything to deal with it. And Speed Shuttle bringing in those Reavers to finish off that last tank. Not even anyone to tell the tale. And now BeSt moving in on Midas's front door. And Midas GGing. He knew that he did not have anything to withstand the pressure that BeSt was putting up there. Nicely done by BeSt. Using a variety of units all at the same time to overcome that static defense that Midas had put up in the middle.
Looks like Midas gonna go. I mean, rather, BeSt is gonna go help Midas with his booth door. Well, it was certainly a good attempt. I think Midas perhaps felt that maybe he couldn't beat BeSt face up. Although I don't think so on this map. I think on Plasma he would have been better off playing a standard game and going for the late game. But maybe he felt like he needed to pull off some kind of cheese against BeSt, who is his teammate, who is so strong right now. It turned out not to work for him. So BeSt is now in the round of 4. He is the only, he's the only 2-0 I've seen so far. He's throwing out history degrees or whatever the heck he's throwing out. I think actually what it is, Moltrap, this is my completely just random guess, but maybe it's signed pictures of himself or something like that, some kind of autograph thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah.
That's how I got my history degree, actually. I was in college for 3.5 years, but just before graduating, I dropped out and went to a StarCraft game, and they were tossing them around, so I was like, sweet. I picked one up.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, that was really cool to show them. They're on the same team. That's why they kind of went over and BeSt kind of tried to congratulate Midas on a good effort, even though he just pretty much gave him a beating. So good to see Mr. Bad Manners BeSt being at least a little bit good mannered. He probably has to live with Midas, so probably good not to piss him off by doing something annoying to your teammate.
Well, Midas is also a good chef. Don't forget, Moltrap.
Oh,
there are
yes.
those famous pictures of him cooking for I Love UV, like cooking his full Korean meal with I don't know what, like chicken, some kind of casserole thing. It looked good.
It's true. You don't want to piss off the
BeSt
chef.
Wants to. I know. Well, I mean, seriously, he wants the midnight snack. He just calls Midas up, and Midas is not playing any more Star League. Just Midas, go make me some food, man. Like, all right. Break out the kimchi.
That's harsh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Midas certainly played well. You just it's gonna be hard for now whoever wins in Stork versus BeSt to face BeSt, because Midas didn't get through, and the last time I checked, BeSt is 26 wins, 5 losses against Protoss. That's right, 84% win rate in pro games against Protoss. So BeSt or Stork could be in a lot of trouble.
And speaking of which, stay tuned. We're going to have a special guest helping us commentate on Stork versus BeSt. So I hope you enjoyed this one, though.
Thanks for watching, guys.